friends, it's me, Miss Christina again, and I'm in my kitchen today. And I thought, because this time of year, my family and I, we like to dye eggs. And I thought, we're talking about eggs at school, so I can show you how we're doing it since you can come along with me with a video. So Ruby and I are in the kitchen. Ruby's taking the video. We'll see her when we're dyeing, don't worry. And so the first thing we have to do is we have to get out our eggs. I keep my eggs in the refrigerator. I know some of my friends have chickens at their house, and you're so lucky to have them. I do not have chickens at my house. I just have Walter. He's the only pet I have. But I have my eggs here, and I have a dozen of them. Let's look. We're going to do a lesson on dozens later, but this is a dozen eggs. Look, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 eggs in my dozen. So these eggs are all white. They are not different colors. And when we dye them, we're going to make them different colors. The first thing we're going to do, though, is we're going to boil them to make them hard-boiled eggs. That way, if they break, they will not, you know when you crack an egg and it's really gooey stuff inside? If we hard boil them, then they're not so, they won't leak out or anything like that if they do get cracked. Plus, then after that, we can make egg salad. We like to put hard-boiled eggs in our empanadas. We do all kinds of things with hard-boiled eggs, so we can eat them after we dye them. But first, we're going to boil them. Okay, so I'm here at my stove, and I'm going to put my eggs, my dozen eggs, into the pot. You can, yeah, Ruby can show you how I'm putting them in so carefully. I have to be careful. Eggs are kind of fragile, aren't they? They can break easily, so for this, we don't want to break them. When you make cookies or pancakes or cakes, you crack the eggs, don't you, to get out what's inside. For this, we're just putting them in gently. And I'm going to cover them with water. Because when you boil something, usually boil the water. What we'll do is we'll set them here, and then we'll take my faucet like this, and we can fill it with water. Let's see, till they're all covered with water. They're moving around a little bit, aren't they? Oh, look, I see they're getting covered. I'll cover them all the way. All right. Now I'm going to carry them back over to my stove. I have to be careful when I carry it because it's kind of heavy and it has water and eggs in it. Now I'm going to turn my stove on. It makes a little noise when it turns on. There it goes. See how it has a fire underneath it? That fire is going to make the water hot and boily. Right now my pot is not too hot. Later I'm going to have to use hot pads to hold onto it because it's going to get too hot. We have to wait for the eggs to boil. We're heating the water with my eggs inside on the stove. And look, all the eggs are covered with tiny, tiny bubbles. All those bubbles all around them. When the water is boiling, there's lots of bubbles all over the water. They're not boiling yet. Not quite. Listen, I hear something. Come look. The water is boiling. I hear the eggs. They're kind of bouncing around in there. Now it's time, since the water's boiling, it's time for us to turn the stove off. We're going to cover up the eggs like this. And we're going to set a timer for 10 minutes. So I got a bowl of ice ready here. We're going to put some water in the bowl. This is so we can cool our eggs down after our timer goes off. We'll set it right down over here next to the eggs. I'm going to get out my hot pad because the eggs are very hot. So this will be hot too. I hear my timer. I'm going to turn it off so it doesn't keep going off. Look at that steam. steam coming up from the hot water. I'll set that right there. And then I'll get something that has holes in it so that the water will go through, but the egg will stay in the spoon. I'm going to gently scoop out each egg and put it into the ice water like that. Remember how we had 12? Let's see if we still have 12. 1, here's 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here comes 7. 7 is next, isn't it? 7, 8. My bowl is getting very full. 9. 10. 11. 12. Look, I moved them all over to the ice. Now we're gonna let them cool for 5 minutes. So our eggs are not hot anymore. So Ruby's gonna put them back. She can use her fingers to put them back into the container. They're all cooled, and inside they're hard-boiled eggs now. There she goes. She's filling one side of the carton. Now she's gonna fill the other side. How many eggs fit on one side of the carton? Can you see? She has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know who's supervising this whole thing? Walter. He's making sure we're doing it right. Did we do it right, Walter? Walter? Did we do it right? He's studying. He's like, maybe Ruby has something yummy for me.